Hello, please meet another team member of Fortitudo, Giles, our commercial director. Hi.
Hello.
And let's get straight to the point. What's a typical day at work?
Well, there probably isn't a typical day at work for me. My role's quite varied, but generally speaking, I'll be overseeing the commercial team, reviewing budgets, CVRs, or any cost issues that may occur, attending site progress meetings, reporting to our funders, investors, as well as supporting Ethan and the land team with cost estimates and a review of sites that feed into their land viabilities, alongside managing our aftercare team.
That sounds that you have lots of things to manage, and it's great that you have the way how to balance your responsibilities. And what key commercial challenges do you often face, and how do you navigate them, please?
Well, as you know, at Fortitudo, none of our projects are the same, so there is often a varying degree of commercial challenges to overcome, whether that be budget constraints, procurement issues, or even contractor issues. But ultimately, it's my responsibility as commercial director to ensure our projects are delivered on time and on budget. But as a team, we navigate those challenges here, coming up with solutions or to any problems we may foresee.
That makes sense a lot, and it already sounds that you have developed a strategy to navigate those challenges. And can you share an example of a project where your commercial decisions made significant difference?
Yeah, of course. So probably the biggest commercial decision change was on our Churchill Business Park scheme a couple of years ago. We were working with main contractors to try and deliver the scheme, but unfortunately through various value engineering exercises, it just couldn't fit with our budget. So working alongside our construction director, Mark, we put together a business case to Richard, our CEO, and our funders and investors to self-deliver the scheme and project manage it ourselves. We got the go-ahead and the scheme was delivered on time and actually on budget, which was great. And that really was the birth of Fortitudo Construction. Roll forward a few years, we've now 4 live sites, with the biggest being our scheme in Bournemouth at Hinton Road, our PBSA scheme for 96 student apartments.
Wow, that's impressive. And what's been your biggest learning experience in your role so far?
Well, probably the biggest learning experience for me was on our development in Portkey. When I joined Fortitudo, we had a main contractor employed to deliver that scheme. Part way through the project, they went into administration. That's not something I've dealt with before. I remember the phone call from Richard at 5 a.m. in the morning breaking the news, which then led to lengthy and protracted negotiations with administrators, solicitors. Thankfully, the contractor got brought out and was back on site within a couple of months. So we managed to get that site moved forward fairly quickly, but that was probably one of the biggest learning experiences so far.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds like a beneficial lesson. And what advice would you give to someone who is keen to be in a commercial role?
I'll probably say to anybody who's kind of starting out their journey, whether that's in a commercial role or construction role, is just don't be afraid to be challenged or put outside your comfort zone, whether that's a new environment, a new project, because that is where you will gain your best experience and learn the quickest. Ultimately, I would say just go for it, don't be afraid. Our industry is very supportive. For trainees and apprentices, and there's so many roles and opportunities out there, and also don't be scared to knock on contractors or developers' doors, because even if there's not a role advertised, they might be looking for somebody, and that's how I started my journey in construction.
Right, that's an excellent advice. Thank you so much. I believe there is someone who could hear this on a very right time. And last question, how do you relax after a busy day at work?
Well, I have a 2-year-old now, little boy.
Wow, that's sweet.
So going home after work, seeing him smile, play, and want to laugh, basically allows me to decompress. And aside to that, I've also started a renovation project of my own, which allows me to take out my stress and anger with knocking down walls and breaking up and smashing things.
That sounds like a great way to invent family and your hobbies, everything at the same time. That sounds very great. And thank you so much for sharing your insights today, Giles. I do appreciate that, and it's been a pleasure.
Lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.